On first down, Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Number 24. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Locke. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
But we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Browns 4-yard line.
Here's Locke, sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
first carry for Nick Chubb. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Kidd. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Hit.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Browns.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Chubb on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Stafford on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Mike 50, Mike 50. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Shotgun snap to Locke. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke, he'll buy some time right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Kidd. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Locke working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
Now Stafford. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
16 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Picked off at the 24. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
At the 33-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts
First down.
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia.
A big seam, and he might go all the way.
Man, that was way too easy.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Broncos.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Broncos 13, Browns nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at MrEA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
Cleveland.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Now Stafford. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They snap it to Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 28-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke.
And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson.
And all the way home for a Bronco score. B.C. Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. that doesn't happen, it looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Broncos 21, Browns nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the carry, it's Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Stafford. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
First down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it is 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
2nd and 2.
Exit. 29 is the mic.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He's got Lockett.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Throwing again is Stafford. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. To the air again, Stafford. He's got Hooper on the short connection. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Stafford looks to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away.
4-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Ready. 50. Here we go, here we go. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey.
From the gun, it's Locke. Flush to his right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Broncos.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
47-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Stay with your man.
Now Locke on the bootleg. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
At the 20-yard line.
Locke now going to hang on to it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Back to throw, Stafford. Now they go screen, it's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. Open man is Taylor. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Stafford on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the...
And my goodness, another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just...
And this throw will be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Throwing at Stafford. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
42, Browns 10.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the option, Locke will keep it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Today's final score, Broncos 42.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, it's a 2nd win now as they move to 2-10 on the year.